Coming up next on AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, the intense mid-season storylines are shaping up. Today, rounds 5 and 6 from one of the best new race facilities in the nation, ERX Motor Park.
Hi, I'm Haley Shanley, and we are approaching the halfway point of the season. The points battles have most certainly already began to take shape. We'll preview some matchups and show you what to expect.
The big track in Elk River, Minnesota is groomed to the max, ready to host the world's greatest short course off-road racers. In Pro 4, CJ Greaves is the racer to beat, but defending champ Kyle LeDuc is back on his game. Young gun Andrew Carlson calls ERX his home track, providing an edge for his team today. In Pro 2, is it a breakout day for the West Coast and Southern racers? Will Corey Winter, Ryan Beat, or Mickey Thomas challenge the best of the Midwest? Strap in. AMSOIL Championship Off-Road from ERX in Elk River, Minnesota is next.
Welcome to ERX Motor Park. We're just north of Minneapolis in Elk River, Minnesota for rounds 5 and 6 of AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stensny, and we're ready to give you all the great action here in Elk River, Minnesota. But first, the big boys are up. Pro 4, Shane. Who are we here to watch?
Well, the rivalry is back once again for this season. CJ Greaves against Kyle LeDuc. CJ Greaves took the wins in rounds 1 and 2. Kyle LeDuc won rounds 3 and 4, and that's shaping up to be the battle that we'll watch all season long in Pro 4.
I can't wait to get things started, especially in Pro 4. But right now, we're going to go down to the third member of our team, Haley Shanley.
I'm down here in the split lane section just beyond the Cooper Tires hairpin turn, and that turn is significant because how they exit that turn is really going to set them up for which lane choice they're going to have. Beyond that, the very high banked Talladega turn. ERX Motor Park, of course, boasts some of the highest banked turns we see on the circuit. Now, the track conditions we're dealing with, this track is about 15% sand composition, primarily clay. Track co-owner Chris Carlson was telling me it's all about finding the right mix in the right places. You'll see a different mixture throughout this course, provides good racing, really built to hold up to any weather we can expect, but this weekend, sunshine, light breeze. The track has held up all weekend long, providing us a phenomenal surface.
Well, we're ready to go racing in Pro 2. Who are we looking to see run through the field here in Pro 2, Shane?
One driver I'll be keeping my eye on is Kyle Kleiman in that number 42 truck. He has been dealing with accessory belt problems for our last 3 races. I'm looking for him to bounce back today. I'm also going to keep an eye on Daley Penico. He is a bit of a showman here in Pro 2. A whole lot more drivers in this one too, but we're going racing right away here. Green flag in Pro 2. Also in the field, Mickey Thomas. He was yesterday's winner. Jared Brooks, Bob Brand, Daley Penico. And a lot more as you saw the 96, I believe, of Cox go all the way out to the K-rail on the outside of turn 1. Great start by Trevor Layton in the number 31. He's putting all kinds of pressure on Hanegraaff.
Wow, Hanegraaff pushes in the 180. He goes really wide. Look at this. Trevor Layton taking over the lead.
And he's got Ricky Gutierrez in that number 78 G Brothers truck with him, as well as Corey Winter in the Fab Tech truck. He shot his way right up into second place around Gutierrez. Also a good start by that 42 of Kleiman. They've been chasing belt problems for the last couple of events. So
yeah, they really have.
Fourth, that's a good early showing for Kyle Kleiman.
Here comes Corey Winter. Winter climbing the hill one more time. Winter really trying to focus. He's been really quick as Ricky Gutierrez is, oh man, Winter goes up on the bicycle, locks it up, sets it back down, but he loses a spot.
Gutierrez now up into second place. Will try to chase down the number 31 of Trevor Layton. Yeah, Gutierrez looks to be really settled in here in second. Very focused on that back bumper of the 31 of Layton. They'll go down into that 180 turn. Layton, for his part, doing a phenomenal job, has not made a single mistake yet here in round 6.
No, absolutely not. Ricky G, there he goes to the outside. We were able to have him on our Championship Off-Road podcast, and the kid's calm, cool, and collected. He's a very smart individual. He loves this sport to death. He comes from the desert. His dad ran back in the days, and now he finds himself in one of the best fields in the world. Looks like the competition yellow will be coming out this time by, and look who's out front. Trevor Lane, no sponsors on that truck, man. He is really showing a lot of speed here in the beginning parts. Right now, let's go down trackside with Haley Shanley.
Thanks so much, guys. I want to talk about the number 67 of Corey Winter, who does find himself in a podium position. He's been putting together strong laps so far here in round 6. A little backstory on Corey. If you rewind to 1 year ago, he did not race the entire season up until the final rounds due to a back injury sustained in practice before the first round, which was here at ERX Motor Park. So it's been a minute since Corey Winter has turned laps here in Elk River, Minnesota. Now, he did have a DNF yesterday, but I was really impressed with the speed he was showing, and again here in this one. So keep an eye on him. He is going to have to be on the defensive, though, in this one. He does have many heavy hitters behind him, but keep an eye out for Corey Winter.
Leighton is in control of the field. It's Leighton, Gutierrez, Winter, Kleiman, Kincaid, Beat, and all the rest back to green flag racing here in round 6 for Pro 2, and Leighton took off like a rocket on that restart.
Yeah, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon. He just left Ricky G, so Ricky G's going to have to put his head down, try to hunt down Trevor Lane, but he has a lot more company coming up behind him.
Gutierrez landed almost in the flat bottom on that jump coming out of turn 1. You see they're going 3 wide through the hairpin back there.
Such great driving by all these Pro 2 trucks. Look at Ryan Beat. That Bill Stein shock ride, he was really, really fast in round number 5. He's trying to go on the outside of Kleiman.
Yeah, Beat nearly took home the win in round 5, broke in the final turn and had to limp across for 2nd place. He's on the move right on the back bumper of Keegan Kincaid. Down through turn 1, our top 6 trucks all within 1 camera shot right now here in Pro 2 as they head toward the hairpin. Kincaid is going to sit up to the outside of Kleiman.
Yeah, Kleiman knows he's back there, but look at Keegan Kincaid. He goes to the inside. They're door to door, fender to fender. They all make contact. They're 3 wide going in the split lanes. Oh boy, look at this.
All kinds of contact between Kleiman and Kincaid. Kincaid looks to be again off the pace, and he may have broken that time. We'll keep an eye on that, but for now, Kleiman able to stay at full speed. We'll reset the running order for you. It's Leighton out front, Gutierrez, Winter, Kleiman, and now Beat up into the top 5. Trevor Leighton started on the inside of row 2 in this one and has not looked back since he took over this race lead in the early going. Gutierrez still pushing hard, trying to make up that ground.
Wow, look at Ricky Gutierrez just flying through that split lane section. The Fox shocks really have to be dialed through there. As look at Leighton. Leighton just keeps opening up. That's a wish and a hope for Leighton. He wants Kyle Kleiman and Ricky G to battle because it'll just stretch out a little bit more breathing room as we're coming to the white flag this time by.
Our leaders going through Ziegler Kent turn. Gutierrez over-rotated just a little bit. He opened the door for a moment to Kyle Kleiman. White flag is out for Leighton, your race leader here in round 6 of Pro 2. But this battle for second has a long way to go.
Well, he just threw a fender at Kyle Kleiman, just driving the wheels off that truck. Here comes Kyle Kleiman to the inside. And if I can guess right, watch Kyle Kleiman. He'll drive really hard, get on the brakes, and try to sneak underneath.
There
Look
he
at
goes.
that textbook pass. Right there, beautiful slide job.
Gutierrez has one last chance. Now Gutierrez darts to the outside split lane. Kleiman got a little bit crossed up. That's going to cost him some time. Able to get it gathered up quickly, though, as they come to the Fox Shocks rhythm section. Trevor Leighton has checked out over our battle for second and third.
Yeah, it might be a little too late for Kyle Kleiman. He waited a little too long to get through the field, making some contact. But those Cannon tires are really digging deep. And there's Trevor Leighton right ahead of him. Leighton, he's going to have his first Pro 2 win here of 2021. Here he is, no sponsors on board. You better take a look. He just took round 6.
Kyle Kleiman earned every inch of his second place finish. Gutierrez with fiberglass flying off all corners of the truck will finish third.
The AMSOIL Championship Off-Road on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMSOIL. AMSOIL. Run with us.
Great start by Trevor Leighton in the number 31. He's putting all kinds of pressure on Hanegraaff.
Wow, Hanegraaff pushes in the 180. He goes really, really wide. Look at this. Trevor Layton taking over the lead. Here comes Corey Winter. Winter climbing the hill. One more time.
Still about 4 car lengths behind the 31 of Trevor Layton as they go through Ziegler Cat turn.
Fourth, Ricky G just searching for the fast line, and Trevor Layton, man, he's fast. Yeah, Climate knows he's back there, but look at Keith Kincaid. He goes to the inside. They're door to door, fender to fender. They all make contact. They're 3 wide going in the split lanes. Oh boy, look at this. As there goes Kyle Climate. Kyle Climate from Wilson, Michigan, trying to reel in Corey Winter in that Fabtech ride, those Kenda tires. We talked to Kenda Mike. He said, hey, there's something to watch.
Winter got all crossed up on the exit of the split lane, and to gather it back up, that's going to lose that spot to Climate. Back out front, Gutierrez still trying to hunt down the 31 of Layton. Gutierrez looks to the inside through the split lane in Talladega turn.
Oh, Ricky
Caught
G
the berm.
Hits the berm really, really hard. He's lucky he didn't shear off a right rear tire. And here's Kyle. Watch Kyle Climate. He'll drive really hard, get on the brakes, and try to sneak underneath.
There
Look
he
at
goes.
that test book pass. Right there, beautiful slide job. He's gonna have his first Pro 2 win here of 2021. Here he is, no sponsors on board. You better take
I just can't thank my whole team enough. I mean, they worked their butts off. Billy at Pro Power's giving me a badass motor. I mean, that thing is fast, and it showed out there. I mean, my spotter's in my ear. He's telling me you're clear by 1, clear by 3, clear by 10, and I'm like, what the heck did I just do?
Next up, Pro Mod side-by-side, Shane. Who are we looking to see move up the ladder here?
One driver to keep an eye on in this one will definitely be the 52 Polaris of Robert Loire. He always runs well here at his home track at ERX Motor Park. Another driver to watch will be the 91 of Kyle Cheney. He won earlier this year but has dealt with bad luck in just about every other race. About to go racing here in round 6.
Wow, Fazone already showing a lot of smoke on this start. Pro Mod side-by-side is underway here at ERX Motor Park.
Yeah, you see it there, that Can-Am of Fasoni showing a lot of smoke out the back right from the start of this one. That's going to let Leland Tice in the number 94 jump out to the early race lead.
Look at Robert Loire, Shane, coming to that inside. Andrew Carlson trying to button up to the rear bumper and make his way through this tough, tough track.
Good clean start for the entire Pro Mod side-by-side field. Now Chance Haugen at the number 18 tries to go alongside Tice. He's going to dive to the bottom side. Loire now pulling up to the back bumper of Tice as well. Haugen is going to take over the lead, at least for a moment, as they go over the Air Force flyaway.
Boy, Tice got caught sleeping there on that flyaway jump, but here we go, Haugen out front. And here comes Robert Loire one more time.
Racing
Trying
at
to
his
go
home
inside,
track.
oh man.
Beautiful slide job, a little bit of contact there, but nobody comes out with any kind of damage there. Loire now up into second place behind Haugen. That's going to move Tice back down to third. Then it's Gray Ledbetter fourth alongside Andrew Carlson. That's the battle for fourth and fifth. The Yamaha of Ledbetter on the inside. Carlson tries the crossover move.
Yeah, nice move by Andrew Carlson. Didn't even make any contact with Gray Ledbetter. So Carlson is definitely on the move in that number 15. And here's the front of our race right now. There's Robert Loire going the long way around.
Loire showed a lot of speed yesterday with his third place finish, and it looks like he's going to pull alongside Haugen as they go over the Air Force flyaway. Loire on the inside at the bottom of the Ziegler Cat Hill.
Wow, nice set of driving by Robert Loire. Brand new car this year. Figuring it out as he goes weekend to weekend here in 2021. And man, did you see that gap he opened up on exit?
Yeah, Loire showing a lot of acceleration right now to that Polaris Razor number 52.
Well, we're looking at Carlson. You look at our computer screen, a 56.175 by Andrew Carlson. So he is the fastest one out on the racetrack as we speak.
We'll see if he can hunt down his Polaris teammate, Robert Loire. Loire leads another lap here in Pro Mod side-by-side round number 6.
Wow, Andrew Carlson really turning up the heat here.
Battle of the two Polaris Razors out front. It is Loire in the number 52. It is Carlson in the number 15. Two Minnesota drivers battling it out here at ERX Motor Park. Carlson's going to show a wheel to the inside of Loire and gets a great drive off the corner.
Well, Shane, Carlson's been setting up these turns a little bit wider like you do a Pro 4, trying to get an apex on this turn, and it made it pay off there. coming through the Fox Shocks rhythm section. Look at that gap he already opened up over Loire.
Andrew Carlson already about 7 or 8 car lengths in front of Loire as they go over the Air Force flyaway.
But we're coming to that mandatory competition caution. This time 5 will reset it for you. It's Andrew Carlson, Robert Loire, Chance Hogan, and then look at that, the 91, Kyle Cheney now in the top 4.
But now we'll go down trackside to Haley Shanley. What do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. Robert Loire out there setting the pace. I was talking to him a few moments before this race. He had his goal. He's just focused on getting back on the podium here. He did so just 1 round ago, and he did so a year ago here. He got the monkey off his back at ERX Motor Park, getting that first win here in 2020 at one of the opening rounds. He said to get there, he's going to have to put together very smooth and consistent laps, which is no easy feat. This track is considered the Southwick of short course off-road racing. It is developing lap by lap. We're going to see that continue and increase throughout the course of racing this afternoon. Now, these drivers, they're faced with no shortage of challenges, biggest one being track conditions.
Well, here we go. Andrew Carlson's going to lead him back to the green flag. He can take off at any time, and he goes right away, right by that orange cone. So we'll see if Carlson can run away and hide. Here comes Kyle Cheney now in the 91.
Yeah, Cheney aggressive right at the start of the second half of this Pro Mod side-by-side race. He's going to work on Chance Haugen. Haugen looks to the inside of Loire. It's going to force Cheney to the outside of Haugen. He's going way outside, the long way around the 180 hairpin.
Wow, what exit speed for Kyle Cheney. We'll see if he can button up to the rear of those cars, and he loses a little bit on the second part going into the Fox Shocks rhythm section.
Cheney preferring the inside split lane through Talladega turn, and Kyle Cheney has pulled off the track, Brent, on the exit of the Talladega turn, so another tough break for Cheney.
Wow, he looked to be the man on the move here early on, and boy, that 91 Can-Am is just parked. His day is done, devastating to his championship hopes. That is Robert Loire trying to hunt down that man right there, Andrew Carlson.
Then back in third, it's Owen Van Eperen. He still has the fastest single lap of this race, so Van Eperen might be ready to make some noise here with our 2 front runners. Polaris Yamaha out front, and Andrew Carlson brings our top 3 to the white flag here at ERX Motor Park. 1 lap to go in Pro Mod side-by-side.
In your hometown, boy, get the job done. Andrew Carlson running a flawless race. Here comes Owen Van Eperen. He pushes really, really wide. Here on the last lap, we'll see if he can pick off Robert Loire. And look at that straightaway speed.
Van Eperen drives hard to the outside. That actually cost him just a little bit of track position in that battle with Loire. Now Van Eperen goes to the outside split lane. We'll see if he wants to cross over to the inside through the Fox rhythm section. No, Van Eperen's going to stay outside along with our 2 leaders.
Wow, he thinks he can get a run here, climbing the U.S. Air Force flyaway jump. We'll see if there's enough time. He's right there, about 2 car lengths behind. We'll see if he can cross him over.
One last time through Ziegler can't turn. Loire holding on to second. Carlson is going to take the win. And at the last second, it's going to be Loire holding off the charge by Owen Van Eperen. So Carlson, your winner in round 6. Loire second, Owen Van Eperen third.
Wow, what a finish by Owen Van Eperen, just giving it all he has. 2 podiums on the day here in round number 6 for Owen Van Eperen. And kudos to Andrew Carlson. What a run by him.
Back-to-back wins here at his hometown track, ERX Motor Park.
Wow, Fazone already showed a lot of smoke on this start. Pro Mod side-by-side is underway here at ERX Motor Park.
Yeah, you see it there, that Can-Am of Fazone showing a lot of smoke out the back right from the start of this one. That's going to let Leland Tice in the number 94 jump out to the early race lead. Going to hold down his Polaris teammate Robert Loire. Loire leads another lap here at Pro Mod side-by-side round number 6.
Well, Shane, Carlson's been setting up these turns a little bit wider like you do a Pro 4, trying to get an apex on this turn, and it made it pay off there. Coming through the Fox Shocks rhythm section. Look at that gap he already opened up over Loire.
Andrew Carlson already about 7 or 8 car lengths in front of Loire as they go to the Air Force. One last time for Ziegler can't turn. Loire holding on to second. Carlson is going to take the win. And at the last second, it's going to be Loire holding off the charge by Owen Van Eperen. So Carlson, your winner in round 6.
Oh, the strategy was just not to touch Robert. We've had the last 2 races, you know, we're basically teammates on these cars, got identical cars out there, help each other all through the week, and then we just have magnets on each other, always banging and taking out parts on each other. So I knew if I could get by him clean and let him keep running good, that we could both be up here 1-2, and that's the way it was. So.
The AMSOIL Championship Off-Road on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMSOIL. AMSOIL. Run with us.
Next up, Pro Stock side-by-side. A lot of great competitors in this one, Shane. Who are you looking to take the top spot?
One driver to watch will definitely be Owen Van Epperen in that number 5 Yamaha. He has already won this year in Pro Mod side-by-side. Still looking to move forward here in Pro Stock.
But here we go. Rosales is going to try to take off and run away. Here in Pro Stock side-by-side, the first pro race of the day.
The field winds its way through turn number 1 here at Elk River. And it's going to be Rosales holding off Nord here in the early going. 2 of the Yamaha side-by-side. Look at Hager force the issue down to the inside. He's going to collect Van Epperen, who almost got hung up on the K-rail down there in the 180.
Wow, Van Epperen almost did a 50-50 grind on the backside. So hopefully he can get back underway and didn't do any damage.
Looks like most of our field preferring the left split lane here in the early going. Hager now goes to work on Rosales.
Great driving by Brock Hager as now he looks to the inside. He's going to try to outbrake Rosales.
Forces Rosales to go a little bit wide. Hager's got the inside line in the dry track. Rosales with the momentum on the outside.
You're right, Shane. Look at that run he got. Trying to go on the outside of that little ravine. Now they're going to be on binders going into this 180.
Hager able to rotate his car a little bit early and take away that line there from Rosales. So now Brock Hager, who has 3 wins, I should say, and a second place finish through 5 rounds here in 2021, is back out front.
Yeah, he finds himself out in front of a lot of great talent. Rosales is going to really try to make that run in that 31 car. But look, that's just been the story all season long so far. The first half of the year, Brock Hager, he gets out front, and it's hard to chase him down. Oh boy!
Rosales did go up and over. We saw him go up on the bicycle there. And there is Rosales. You see his roof, which is a bad sign for him, especially with that strong early run he had after starting number 1.
Yeah, we only got a little glimpse of it. I'm sure if we got a replay, we'll have to wait and see. But Jacob Rosales is up on his side as we're going to look back at this replay. Look at Rosales in second right there. Put it up on the bicycle and kicked him back.
Almost made the save, but overcorrected a little bit and sent him the wrong way, and he flips over. So Rosales will be done for the day here in Pro Stock side-by-side. And this will count as our competition yellows.
Right now, we're going to go down to the 3rd member of our team, Haley Shanley. What do you have for us, Haley?
Thanks so much, guys. Been keeping an eye on the track conditions here. What you can expect is going to be very similar to yesterday. We're experiencing a lot of the same conditions. It's partly cloudy, just a very subtle breeze. This track is going to hold together very well, just as it did yesterday. You can expect it to stay rather consistent throughout our side-by-side classes here. Pro Stock, or Pro Mod, excuse me, coming up next, followed by Pro Light. But then what we had seen yesterday in Pro 2 and Pro 4, this track really developed some character. So what they're going to be doing between the races here, really laying down the water, trying to keep that dust at bay. Some very tricky areas in particular that are really going to develop that character is the 180 hairpin turn, the Cooper Tires corner, followed by the sand split section. So that's what we had seen yesterday. Again, expect very similar track conditions.
Hager takes control of the field. We'll find out how he wants to play this restart. Just like we've seen all weekend, Hager takes off again right at that first cone in our restart zone. Didn't look like he got a super great jump over the rest of the field. Did stretch it out to about 2 car lengths. Nord and Greaves stayed side by side all the way through turn 1 and up and over the hill.
Boy, it's a drag race once again. CJ Greaves has the preferred inside line. We'll see how this works out. Nord backing it in like a Pro 4. Here comes Owen Van Epperen.
Yeah, Nord went a little bit too wide there, left the door open. Greaves able to get free and clear of Nord. Now Nord hung out to dry in the right-hand split lane. That's going to let Van Epperen get a run. Here's the white flag. 1 lap to go here in Pro Stock side-by-side round 6. Brock Hager on his way to another win here in the 2021 season.
There's CJ Greaves still trying to hunt him down. The track's starting to go away a little bit, but still in great shape. Can't thank enough to the Carlson family and Secret Cat Equipment. They really know how to put a good track together
shocks rhythm section.
Looks like CJ may be closing the gap up just a little bit, but I wonder if that's Hager maybe just dialing back the speed a little bit, taking it easy, making sure that he can make it to the finish line.
Yeah, he was driving the wheels off that thing. He was putting it up on the bicycle early, so he kind of settled down, calmed down. Brock Hager, he doesn't really have a lot of excitement in these cars. He just tries to get the job done.
Yeah, very calculated driver. You see that it's paying off for him. Checkered flag is out. Your first pro winner here in round 6 is Brock Hager here in Pro Stock Side-by-Side.
Second will go to CJ Greaves. Third, coming across the line will be the young Owen Van Eperen, and then Dallas Nord is going to coast across the finish line in 4th, and a good run by Jeremy Poole in 5th.
Jeff Fisher here. Today we're in the shop. We're talking about a lube that gets forgotten. That's your differential lube. AMSOIL has a really nice severe gear synthetic gear lube. Some of the key features with going with their severe gear is it's actually for towing. You know, when you're putting your truck to a lot of heat, putting a lot of load, a lot more heat to it, this actually puts a film and a coating on the gears to help with wear, helps reduce heat. Things last a lot longer when they're not running hot. So it actually puts an excellent film strength on the actual gears itself. It's an iron sulfite barrier coating on the gear surfaces, which it provides the ultimate defense against pitting and scoring on the differential gears. AMSOIL's high viscosity, shear stable synthetic base oil and beefy additives are engineered for maximum protection in severe towing and terrain. I mean, changing gear, lube can be a real messy job because you're trying to get a real rigid bottle up in there. With this Easy Pack, it's so flexible and so easy to bend around, makes the job so much easier. So get out, get some AMSOIL severe gear, and change that forgotten differential lube.
Rosales is going to try to take off and run away. Here in Pro Stock Side-by-Side, the first pro race of the day.
The field winds its way through turn number 1 here at Elk River. And it's going to be Rosales holding off Nord here in the early going. Two of the Yamaha side-by-side. Look at Hager force the issue down to the inside. He's going to collect Van Eperen, who almost got hung up on the K-rail down there in the 180.
Driving by Brock Hager, and now he looks to the inside. He's going to try to outbrake Rosales.
Forces Rosales to go a little bit wide. Hager's got the inside line in the dry track. Rosales with the momentum on the outside.
You're right, Shane. Look at that run he got. Trying to go on the outside of that little ravine. Now they're going to be on the binders going into this 180. Boy,
Rosales did go up and over. We saw him go up on the bicycle there. And there is Rosales. You see his roof, which is a bad sign for him. It's out. Your first pro winner here in round 6 is Brock Hager here in Pro Stock Side-by-Side.
You know, it usually goes with running with CJ. It's just trying to get out front early. You know, I always try to beat him, say to turn 2 and hopefully get up in the lead and try not to make any mistakes. I was driving the heck out of it, hoping the gap was going to get a little bit bigger, but overall I'm happy with it.
Up next, we're going to meet the hometown hero, the guy from Elk River, Andrew Carlson. He grew up racing here. All started with snowmobiles, and that segued into a career in off-road trucks. Let's meet him.
here comes Andrew Carlson. He knows just about where every rock is located on this racetrack, seeing this in his hometown.
With that run by Carlson as he takes over the lead up and over the Air Force flyaway. It'll be Andrew Carlson out in front now.
Hi, I'm Andrew Carlson. I race for Carlson Motorsports in Pro 4 and Pro Mod UTV. It's a weird mix racing at the home track. I think there is some more pressure and there's some less. I'm really comfortable at the track, but at the same time, I really want to do well here, and I feel like I have no excuse to not go out and win. So, no, it's good. I like pressure. I feel like I race well under it. Super excited to come back and race here. I love racing at my home track at ERX, and I love the track here. I think it really comes alive, and there's so many different dirt combinations, and the track is so unique. It's the right balance of like tight, and it's a little bit bigger in certain sections and stuff, and it really it changes a ton, and that's the challenging part about it. It's not the same every time you go on it, and it always seems like there's good racing, good passing. There's always an option for you to go somewhere else, and you're not stuck in one line, so it's pretty fun. Family environment under our pit, and you know, everyone in my family comes to the races and is involved and is invested in the racing and loves it. And there's just something about hearing that many horsepower on the track and the feel of the car and a lot of that. And it's something that I can't get that rush in any other form of racing I've done. We got the best guys in the business touching the trucks, spotting for me, everything, down to the dudes changing our tires for us. Everyone knows their job, everyone does it extremely well, and yeah, at the end of the day, it makes it fun for me because I don't have to go out doubting equipment. I don't have to doubt the people that are behind me, supporting me. I know they're all comfortable with me, and I know what they expect, so it's good. Like I said earlier, I love pressure, and I feel like having the best crew gives that, you know, extra pressure to go and perform, and it puts it on me, which I love racing here. If I gotta go do battle, this is where I want to do it.
Next up, Pro 4, the big boys of off-road racing. A lot of great competitors, Shane. Who are we looking to watch here this afternoon?
Two drivers I'll definitely be keeping my eye on in this one, Brent. First, the number 99, Kyle LeDuc. He comes in trailing CJ Greaves in points. He'll start all the way back in the 9th spot in the field. Another driver to watch will be the number 15 truck of Andrew Carlson. He's from right here in Elk River. This is his hometown track, and he is very motivated to do well here.
The Pro 4s are about to get released. Here we go. 850 to 900 plus horsepower. Sit back and enjoy. All four wheels digging, and look at a lot of water already been put down by track crew.
Really aggressive start there by Kyle Cheney, and he'll take the early race lead into the hairpin. Here comes the wild man putting a bumper onto the back of RJ Anderson into the hairpin.
Wow, already look at this. Every one of these trucks just filing their way through, heading towards the Fox Shocks rhythm section. Look at RJ Anderson wheeling off that rhythm section.
Here comes the wild man. He's alongside Jimmy Henderson. They will split the two lanes into the Talladega turn. That'll be the battle for 3rd and 4th. Henderson right now in 3rd. But both Greaves trucks moving up through the field as well. CJ Greaves up into 4th. Johnny Greaves is alongside Matag.
Here comes Johnny Greaves. Johnny trying to look on the backside of Adrian Cheney. No spot open yet for Johnny Greaves. Look at these trucks, just nose to tail, fender to fender.
Henderson now has his hands full with CJ Greaves hot on his heels down through turn 1.
Here's RJ Anderson backing it in, man. Kudos to Kyle Cheney, holding on to that spot already.
Yeah, Cheney basically racing Pro 4 as a privateer right now. You see the reference to Talladega Nights on the side of that number 91 truck. It just says me with a picture of a cougar on the side. So funding his own Pro 4 program right now and running up near the front. But RJ Anderson, two-time Crandon World Cup winner, is now out front here in Pro 4. Here comes the run by LeDuc. He's now up into the 4th spot around Johnny Greaves. He will look ahead to CJ Greaves running in 3rd. Meanwhile, Henderson is not letting our race leader, RJ Anderson, get away.
Kyle LeDuc making his way up through the field. There is CJ Greaves. There's Kyle LeDuc we were just talking about. That Monster Energy back WD-40 ride. Really trying to put those Toyota tires down to the ground and hunt our race leaders. But man, I think he's just trying to be patient. Well, here comes Johnny Greaves now. He sees the back of Kyle LeDuc. LeDuc's in a Greaves sandwich here coming up. We'll have to see how this one works out. LeDuc backs it in, Greaves backs it in. Johnny got on the binders a little bit, so clean driving by all these Pro 4 drivers.
Fastest lap of the race now is belonging to Kyle LeDuc with a 54.078. So LeDuc showing some speed now as he works his way up through the field. Although he has some issues there in the split lane, bounced off that dirt berm. Sorry to talk over you there, Brett, but...
No, you're all right. I just seen him smash into that berm, and that could cut a tire just as well, you know, so we have to keep an eye on that Monster Energy truck. There's 3 of them in our camera right now.
Mid-race competition yellow is out here. RJ Anderson leads the way at halfway. Henderson with a terrific run in 2nd, showing a lot of speed. Then it's CJ Greaves, Kyle LeDuc, Johnny Greaves.
We're gonna go down trackside with Haley Shanley. What do you have for us, Haley?
Thanks, guys. If Jimmy Henderson is able to hold on to this podium position or even breach the lead position here, he'd be turning around some pretty tough luck. He's just been involved in so much contact this year. He's really had a rough go. So this would be one of the best finishes for Jimmy Henderson. We did see Kyle Cheney as he was going across the finish line. He did pull off the track. That right rear tire just sheared off of the wheels. So a tough break for him. Kyle Cheney, who's just looking to get more seat time this year. So such a tough break despite having such great speed. Now also your race leader, RJ Anderson. It's one of his first times to ERX here. We typically only see him World Championship weekend in Crandon. Last 2 years, he has won the event. He has gone 3-2-1 on the weekend here, currently looking so strong here at Elk River, Minnesota. So RJ Anderson, he's going to be one to watch, but Jimmy Henderson, you can't say enough about him from what we've seen from him here in round 5.
Yeah, it's going to be some kind of showdown. Sit back and watch RJ Anderson. Man, he needs to keep coming out and playing every weekend from here on out. He needs to come to Bark River Arena because he is bad fast as we restart this race. We'll see if Henderson can get it done, Shane.
Good jump there by RJ Anderson. Henderson was a little bit out of shape over that roller into turn 1, so he'll have to fall back just a little bit here. Now CJ Greaves putting some pressure on Henderson. LeDuc goes to the outside. There's not enough room to go 3 wide there, but they're going to try it.
Wow, look at that clean driving by these Pro 4s. There goes Kyle LeDuc. He moves into the 3rd spot. So it's RJ Anderson, CJ Greaves, and here comes LeDuc to the outside.
Henderson and Johnny Greaves side by side, taking the 2 lines through the split lane through the Talladega turn. Henderson having all kinds of problems. Kyle LeDuc flying almost 200 feet trying to get around CJ Greaves. That's the battle for 2nd and 3rd.
Wow, Kyle LeDuc really bonsaied that jump and it kind of screwed him up for the next turn. So it's one thing to fly far, but another thing you have to negotiate the next couple turns. So Kyle, he put that in his memory bank. He knows what he can't do this next lap, but he is sure flying.
Henderson has dropped all the way back to 5th behind Johnny Greaves. So after that strong first half of this race, he's falling back through the field as CJ Greaves now goes to work on Anderson in the 180. They're going to be side by side.
Wow, look at how blue groove that 180 is getting, Shane. We watched it all weekend long so far, and you really have to get the right tire combination to stick to this track. Here's Kyle LeDuc on the right side of your screen. He's going to follow RJ Anderson and try to get a run. He goes way over the berm.
That time, Kyle LeDuc took it much easier over the Air Force flyaway, trying to get set up for the Ziegler-Kent Hill.
Oh, RJ Anderson over-rotates. He can't do that. CJ Greaves is going to pick his pocket, but here comes LeDuc as well. So, man, it'll come down who can make the least amount of mistakes, and here comes LeDuc to the inside.
Anderson protecting the inside through turn 1. Big-time blue groove developing down there in turn 1. Blue groove looks like you're driving on asphalt if you're sitting here in the stands, but if you're actually on the blue groove, it's like being on ice as we see CJ Greaves gingerly sliding down to the inside of RJ Anderson. Nothing doing there.
LeDuc switched at the last moment. He took Johnny Greaves with him, so I don't know, he might have lost a little bit of ground on our leaders.
LeDuc trying the outside line again. Meanwhile, Johnny Greaves falling off the pace just for a moment. That's going to let Henderson back up into the top 4. Anderson lands off the track on the Air Force flyaway.
Wow.
Able to gather it back up. Here comes CJ Greaves. They're going to make contact on Ziegler-Kent Hill.
Well, LeDuc's like, hey, thanks for making an opening. I'm going to try to sneak under RJ as well. They're going to be 3 wide, heading to what will be our finish line.
All 3 drivers making contact. Henderson back in the mix as well as they go into turn 1. Johnny Greaves right behind Henderson. 5 trucks battling for the lead here in Pro 4.
And Shane, we're under a minute and a half to go in this Pro 4 race, so it's no holds bar. Everyone's going for the win. Here comes LeDuc. Great driving by all these Pro 4 competitors, man. They're in unison going in that 180, and they haven't touched.
Again, made it 3 wide. LeDuc trying to put a run together here to catch up to CJ Greaves. LeDuc's going to go to the bottom side of Talladega turn.
Well, LeDuc really giving a lot to gain a lot, and there he goes. He takes over the lead from CJ Greaves.
Greaves is going to be on the inside as they head back up Ziegler-Kent turn. He's going to try a crossover move here, but LeDuc will slam the door. Wow. Terrific couple of turns there by Kyle LeDuc.
Well, Kyle LeDuc definitely laying down some fast laps, a 54.78 with 2 laps to go. Trad and the guys back in the camp are really doing a lot of work to that Pro 4, trying to get it dialed in. And man,
It took him a little while, but he just worked his way right up to the front.
Yeah, patience through the first half and then pure aggression through this whole second half. LeDuc trying to make it 3 wins in a row here in the 2021 season.
It's not over yet, Shane. We watched that Pro 2 race, how everybody was dropping out like a fly, so we'll have to keep an eye. You don't want to jinx none of these drivers, as RJ Anderson now finds himself in third. Oh, he goes all sideways.
Anderson goes around, collects Johnny Greaves at the run-up to the Air Force Flyway. That's going to put Henderson back up into the top 3. White flag will be out this time for Kyle LeDuc in the Monster Energy number 99. 1 lap to go in Pro 4.
Kyle LeDuc coming across that tabletop, like Shane said, 1 more lap to go. He is a little ways out front of CJ Greaves, about 7-8 car lengths. You can see it on your screen.
Meanwhile, the hometown hero Andrew Carlson now up into 4th after that tangle between Greaves and Anderson.
So hard to keep your forward momentum in these Pro 4s. You watch as they come across, I like to call it an ice rink. Because if you picture yourself going on an ice rink with shoes, that's how it is in Pro 4. Hard to carry that speed forward when you're just slipping and sliding.
One last time through Talladega Turn, about 6 truck lengths between Kyle LeDuc and CJ Greaves.
A couple turns ago from Fairhope, Alabama, the number 99. He got his 100th career victory here in Elk River, Minnesota. He's going to put another one down in the win column here this afternoon. Kyle LeDuc will take the win.
CJ Greaves across the line second. Henderson went around in the Ziegler Cat turn. That's going to put Carlson up on the podium in 3rd. Henderson finally puts together a good run here in 2021. He'll be 4th. Johnny Greaves survives for a 5th place.
Wow, surviving is the word for it, man. What a Pro 4 race.
Holy smokes.
Horsepower. Sit back and enjoy all 4 wheels digging, and look at a lot of water already been put down by track crew.
Really aggressive start there by Kyle Cheney, and he'll take the early race lead into the hairpin. Here comes the wild man putting a bumper onto the back of RJ Anderson into the hairpin. Here comes the run by LeDuc. He's now up into the 4th spot. Around Johnny Greaves, he will look ahead to CJ Greaves running in 3rd. Meanwhile, Henderson is not letting our race leader, RJ Anderson, get away.
Duke's in a Greaves sandwich here coming up. We'll have to see how this one works out. LeDuc backs it in, Greaves backs it in. Johnny got on the binders a little bit, so clean driving by all these.
Now CJ Greaves putting some pressure on Henderson. LeDuc goes to the outside. There's not enough room to go 3 wide there, but they're going to try it.
Wow, look at that clean driving by these Pro 4s. There goes Kyle LeDuc. He moves into the 3rd spot.
Able to gather it back up. Here comes CJ Greaves. They're going to make contact on Ziegler Cat Hill.
Well, LeDuc's like, hey, thanks for making an opening. I'm going to try to sneak under RJ as well. They're going to be 3 wide, heading to what will be our finish line.
All 3 drivers making contact. Henderson back in the mix as well as they go into turn 1.
Well, LeDuc really giving a lot to gain a lot, and there he goes. He takes over the lead from CJ Greaves. Fairhope, Alabama, the number 99. He got his 100th career victory here in Elk River, Minnesota. He's going to put another one down in the win column here this afternoon. Kyle LeDuc will take the...
So yeah, just a big ups to my family. We do this as a family. You know, all you guys have your family here. You buy tickets to come watch us put this circus on. So I thank you guys. Everyone at home watching, thank you. And my team, dude, we've had a couple minor issues after Crandon, and it bit us. We hadn't got a full race lap until this race. So hats off to Trad, Mike, Dylan, Amber, Gina, everybody, the whole squad. They just put their heads down, and it's never over. It's never over till the end. Started 9th and came out with a win. So super pumped. A couple mistakes, clean racing by everybody. You know, I think it was a great show for everybody. Monster, Toyo Tires, WD-40's in the house. Come by our pit, check out their booth, and just all my sponsors, Ultra Wheels, King Shocks. Thank you guys, and this one feels good.
Here's a look at our Pro 4 point standings after 6 rounds of racing.
CJ Greaves has that top spot right now, but only an 11-point gap between him and Kyle LeDuc. Those two are the flagship rivalry of Championship Off-Road,
and I expect to see that gap tighten as this season goes on.
For Haley Shanley and Shane Stetzney, I'm Brent Smith. We'll see you next time here on AMSOIL Championship Off-Road.